Welcome back to Captain's League, the Deuce 2 Slapball. We have a special abbreviated game between the Rippers, captained by Jack Doyle, and the Nassie, captained by Jimmy Knorp. My name is Kevin Slaptrap Durant, joined in the booth by Shelfy, captain of the Freezers. How you doing, Shelf?
I feel great. I'm excited to watch some good old slapball.
We have a high-octane game. Loser will be going to face the Breakdowns. Winner will survive and earn another point. But first, let's meet the lineups of the teams today.
Jack Doyle, Fitchburg State University, professional communications major with a minor in nothing.
Lucas O'Brien, the Miami University of Ohio.
Justin Penik, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Jimmy Knorp, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Anonymous, retracted, can't tell you university.
Rob Sirocco, Marist College. Red boxes, protect the den.
Sarah Wilson, Emory Elementary.
The Rippers, as Jack Doyle told me pregame, had to put on a managing masterclass as Lucas DeVersa, 7th overall pick in the draft and second best goalie in the regular season, only behind Shelfy here, is unfortunately out today with an ankle injury. He slipped on some black ice on the way to his car, swelled up on him. Prayers for Lucas. So Joez McFly, who missed last week, will be subbing in for DeVersa. So Jack team now has Joez and Penik, but he told me Luke O'Brien will be playing goalie.
Ooh, I did see Luke warming up in net. I'm excited to see how that works. Maybe we see Luke throw the ball a little more.
We're going to find out as Jack's going to have to coach up his team as Joez has no idea the rules of slapball, and the Knasty are coming off a devastating overtime loss to the Freezers. 4-minute halves, as this is just kind of a qualifier game. The shot clock will go down to 10 seconds if a team is leading by 2, only in the last minute of the half. We are ready to get slapball underway between the Nasty and the Rippers.
A little.
The honorary ref spinny diz toss is underway. He bounces it out of bounds. That's just tragic. Jimmy was hyping up his reffing skills before the game, throws it out of bounds, and it looked like the Rippers are going to take it.
Yellow ball's crazy. I know your man.
Jimmy points as the Rippers get it in the weirdest tip-off you're ever going to see, as Luke O'Brien making his debuting goal for the Rippers sets to inbound it in. Luke went 2 overall in the draft as him and Jack look to captain this offense. Luke to Joez at that point guard position. They're running the same offense they ran early in the season. Backdoor to Penik and misses wide on a 2-hand slap.
It was there. They liked that play. I was curious what the offense was going to look like with Luke in net. He's going to be a little more cautious back here. Penik running around looking for the slap.
Good call on the Luke in net situation. He's going to have to find a way to command this offense from the top as Jimmy Knorp looks to get the Nasty off to a good start. You got Dalton Feely looking backdoor to Rob Sirocco, saved by Luke O'Brien.
Rob, one of the better slappers in the tournament. He really started to get it going towards the end of his first game. They're going to look to get him active today.
I loved what I saw from Luke in warm-ups in net. Looks very athletic, smooth on his feet, not afraid of the ball at all, and he starts off with a nice, easy save as now he commands the offense, doing it all for this Rippers team. Dumps it into Joez at the top. Can't really do anything there. Over to Penik on the right bounce square. He has Luke cutting back down, but Jack. 10 seconds on the shot clock, down to 5. Got to get busy, misses a slap. Knorp thinks wiser of it as he goes to throw for the full court pass. Instead, they're going to inbound it in. You can see a little bit of Joez kind of playing that point guard role for Penik, but usually they used to have DeVersa cutting back door, so now Penik's got to get used to cutting off ball. Swilly fires from the bounce square wide. She's been really good from the bounce squares this tournament.
Yeah, she will let go of that bounce throw. She practices it all morning long before these slapball games, and she has scored a few times in this tournament.
One of the most intense competitors in the tournament, was really upset when she went in the draft and has proven herself every game as Luke looks to draw first blood for the Rippers. Dumps it down to Jack. He's going to fake it, slap. Dalton blocks it away. Good defense by Dalton Feely, who continues to be one of the best defenders in slapball, forcing 10 turnovers, leading the league.
Yeah. Just not even considering that first fake slap from Jack Doyle.
Knorp looks to have one, instead goes to Dalton, goes sidearm, shot, score! Dalton Feely scores.
Got low on the angle there, a little submarine from Dalton Feely. It looks like, do we have a celly here? Oh boy.
Goes for the super cam celly as he points to the camera. He went basically full horizontal on the floor. I wonder, was he able to keep a foot on that bounce square?
It's a good goal for me.
Ref Jimmy calls that a good goal, as that's a little controversial. Dalton's foot come fully off, but I do appreciate the goal call here. His foot comes off, but that's a little ticky-tack. It's close enough. Luke inbounds to Jack as they look to even it up in this abbreviated game of slap ball, with the winner getting a chance to punch a ticket to the semifinal. Jack on the bounce square, goes back door to Luke. Slap saved by Knorp. That almost just fell. Did you see that? That was just absolutely ate it.
Great save by Knorp right there. Those pass slaps are so scary because you can't watch two players at the same time.
That backdoor cut has been the bread and butter of this Rippers offense as Dalton looks to score again. Doyle getting blendered up in there. That wasn't a sentence. Knorp can't really do anything. Needs a backdoor cut. It's going to go to Rob. Whoa! Over the top. Two-hand, no-look slap. 2-0 Nasty. Put that on a highlight reel. My goodness.
Rob Sirocco may have just scored the greatest goal in slap ball history. The no-look behind the back slap. They were running out of time. Knorp just throws it up. Rob makes an incredible play.
My goodness, Knorp kind of throws a grenade to Rob with the shot clock winding down. Two-hand, no look, 2-0 Nasty, and they're dancing to the beat.
That was awesome.
That is slap ball. This Rippers team, who's a little Band-Aid together today, trying to survive the early offense from the Nasty, as they need to find an answer early. You got to imagine a lot of Luke and Jack as Jack's on the bounce square. Fires and scores!
Nasty.
Quick answer by Jack Doyle to make it a 2-1 game.
Quick little pump fake to Luke and then just let it rip. I'm curious if Knorp moved at all on that pass fake. No, he didn't. Jack just straight up beat him.
Really good goal by Jack to make it a 2-1 game.
Now, Knorp didn't bite on the pass fake, but Dalton did,
yes.
And that's what opened up that lane.
Wow, you're so smart sometimes. You're just reading the defense.
I got to bring something to the table.
Reading the defense.
You're best dressed.
Dalton fires, kicked away by Luke O'Brien as me and Shelfy were exchanging compliments. Dalton's really trying to master that low three-quarter slot, bouncing it from that high square. Luke, better on that one. Is that like the hardest shot to save when they just like go basically parallel to the ground?
Yeah, the ball at the ankle, because you're not sure if it's slider spin or two-seam spin. There's little short hops, like a baseball short hop.
The Rippers looking to tie the game up. Dalton's going to snatch it and score the other way on a defensive interception for the leader in forced turnovers. Gets another.
I made that exact same mistake against the Nasty. That little lob pass is dangerous when Dalton Feely's out there because he's so long. He'll just reach up and grab it, and it's an open net.
That is going to be a good goal for Dalton Feely as he intercepts the pass full court and scores. Turnover goals can be really tough in this game. That's the second of the game for Dalton.
Yeah, like you said, those turnover goals, they're kind of deflating.
They can break you.
They're kind of deflating because you go through stretches in this game where defense can dominate. If you can get in a good rhythm defensively, it's hard to score. You give up a free one, it's just like, man.
And the Rippers need to figure out a way to match them goal for goal with 1:50 remaining in the first half. Luke O'Brien looking to get this offense right. Dumps it into Joez. Back to Luke, a little give and go. He has Jack on the far bounce square. Kind of getting, Swilly blocks it away. Another interception, goes full court. Caught by Luke O'Brien in transition, fakes, fires, saved by Jimmy Knorp. Caught by Dalton Feely, scores! And he goes full court again, end to end, and the warehouse comes out on top of a Dalton Feely hat trick. It's 4-1 Nasty.
Was that 3 consecutive turnovers, and finally one of them finds the back of the net?
As this is just end-to-end, Swilly deflection, full court, caught by Luke, and then Dalton, hand to God. Dalton Feely putting a print on this game early, kind of imprinting like a baby duck.
Wow, and Doyle almost got that one. He was just a step away.
Doyle's going to be kicking himself on that one.
3 already.
That is one of the most electric sequences we've seen in slap ball history, as it is 4-1 Nasty on 2 turnover goals. I feel like the Rippers have played solid, but the Nasty are capitalizing on every opportunity.
They're good. They got a bunch of different ways to score. Knorp and Dalt can both throw. Rob can slap. Swilly's confident from the bounce circles.
And Jack says, let me just do it the old-fashioned way. Cashes in. 2 throw goes for Doyle. It's 4-2. Doyle's going to have to get busy with his arm.
Yep, those are the difficult ones. Down at your ankle, you don't know if it's going to bounce or if it's going to go straight through your legs. Knorp just didn't get a good read on it.
You're going to have to see a lot of work from Doyle and Luke up top with those arms if they're going to find a way to score this Nasty team. It's 4-2, Nasty's ball. As Doyle dumps it into Rob, kicked away by Luke O'Brien. Luke, who hasn't had a ton of opportunities, has been solid in that early.
Yeah, I think Luke could be one of the better goalies in the tournament. It's just a matter of figuring out how they're going to work him offensively on this side.
Yeah, you don't want to overtask him, as the tending goal can take a lot out of you. As Jack looks like he's going to eat this possession. I think he's going to fire. As Dalton calls it out, falls into the slap trap. They're going to run a little dribble handoff. Luke fires, blocked away. Rob Sirocco of the defense. Or Dalton Feely.
Yeah, Dalton Feely definitely got a tip on that one.
Rob did.
Just missed.
1 minute remaining in the half. This will be the last possession for the Nasties of the half with a full 20-second shot clock, so let's see if they can make it count. As Rob drops it off to Knorp. He has Dalton low. Instead, he fires right into Penik. That's actually a huge save for Penik. They shot early in the shot clock, so the Nasty will only have a 10-second shot clock as long as it remains a 2-goal game.
Good block by Pennock right there, getting himself involved. He wants to win.
Jack with the pump fake on Rob Sirocco is looking to get busy. Here's Joez at the top, Luke streaking down left, fires, no look, another save by Dalton Feely, who's just sitting in the slap trap playing second goalie and making all the blocks for this Nasty team.
Yeah, sometimes that top blocker is the most important defender. We've seen it with Luke last year, Ryan on our team last year, Dalton right now today.
Rob, they got to get busy quick. Knorp fakes, fires, blocked away by Doyle off his ass.
Great ass play by me there.
It's tough to pump fake and then throw because those lanes clog up so fast.
38 seconds on the shot clock in our first half. Nasty up by 2. Let's see if Doyle has a third goal this half in his bag. He's going to throw it over to Luke. Looking for Joez and Penik to find some consistent offense. A lot of standing around. Joez is going to make his way to that high bounce square. He's going to get a look. Is he going to take it? He does! And right into the chest of Jimmy Knorp. An absolute tumbling muffin of a shot right into his chest. Joez's first offensive shot this game and of the tournament. He missed last week due to some personal conflict, so he's still trying to find his rhythm out here.
That throw from the top middle bounce square is so scary as a goalie.
Dalton to Swilly. She's got a fire. She does, and guess what? Luke kicks it away.
Good save by Luke.
This should be the last possession of the first half if the Rippers want it. A goal here can really change the momentum for the Rippers. The Nasty should feel like they're up by 3 right now. DeVersa out due to injury, coaching up his Rippers team as they set for their last possession of the half. Luke calming down his teammates. Slow down, looking to get the last shot off as shot clock and game clock are synced up. Luke to Jack on the bounce. Back door to Penik, fires, saved by Knorp, but breaks the net, and he throws it away in a panic. He throws his glasses. Oh no. And now he kicks his shoe, but Jack almost catches it, and Luke does. Oh my gosh, only if that was the ball instead of his shoe, as there's 7 seconds left. One more possession for the Nasty, but what a look by Jack to Penik.
Penik is devastated with himself right now. Like I said earlier, he wants to win. This is a defending slapball champion, Justin Penik.
7 seconds to go, last possession for the Nasty. Can't give up a goal if you're the Rippers here on a team that's going to struggle to find consistent offense.
Yeah, you got to keep this at 2.
Dalton to Knorp, running up like a jitterbug. 2 seconds, got to fire, fumbles, shoots, saved by Luke, who fires at the end of the half and misses anyways. What an abbreviated first half between these two teams. 4-2 Nasty, thanks to the hat trick by Dalton Feely. I'm going to go talk to the players real quick. Jimmy Knorp.
What ends on DeMalia?
It is 4-2. You guys lost a devastating game last time you were out here. Do you still feel like you're like the best team out here the way you're playing?
I do. We're playing well. I actually think we should be up 4-0. Like, my team's playing great. The 2 goals I let in were both like very, very easy ones, no lie. So, yeah, we're playing good. We wanted to get Dalton more involved this game, and so far we're doing exactly that.
Did you buy those socks, or were they a gift?
I believe they were a gift.
Dalton, best defender in the league, forced the most turnovers, hat trick, goal. How's your arm feeling?
Surprisingly okay. I mean, we'll see how it feels later in the game taking some shots, but I'm feeling good. We're having a great time. Feeling nasty.
Was that a Cam Newton celebration?
I did a Cam, I did an Aaron Rodgers, I did a Victor Cruz. We're going NFL Sellies, baby.
Are you going to do a Dalton Feely?
Not original. No.
IP up for sale, apparently. Not original, Dalton Feely. Okay, let's go over here. Think Jack's going to say anything of value? I don't.
Very close one time. I did have no doubt.
Hey, are you coaching?
I am coaching.
What are you telling them?
So what we realized that was we either shot from behind the line or we put it inside and then we immediately went for the goal. We never went in and back out. I think if we drive in, the defense is going to collapse. Then we can bounce it back out to either Doyle or Luke and have an open shot.
Do you have like a believe sticker for them to slap before the game? Or
We slap my ankle before every game, and that's how we got into this predicament.
I like that. Hey, Luke, you're playing, this is your first game ever in goal, and you look really, really good. Do you feel confident?
I feel pretty good. Dalton's pretty scary just because he's pretty lanky, so it's like you're guarding like the length of two different players at the same time, but 2 turnover goals. Like our offense, turnover goals is why this game is, why we're losing, you know? Defense has been all right.
Just touch me in a sensitive area. Last question. What's that? Hey, you're bleeding.
I'm bleeding. Oh my God.
Yeah, you look like you okay?
That looks like I did that on purpose.
Yeah, like is this a statement piece or?
No, my finger's bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah, and also last thing, sexy ankle from you. A lot of ankle there. Okay, so bleeding and ankle. All right, Chris, I'll catch you later. All right.
Any infractions your team wants me to keep an eye on, let me know.
Okay.
Otherwise, it seemed pretty clean.
I think it's clean.
Swilly's been a little close to me. Swilly, when you trail Pennock, just make sure you're 3 feet away.
Yeah. That's what I was telling you before.
Luke cuts in, he kind of comes into.
Whoa, he's throwing shoulders at Rob.
I'm keeping an eye on Luke throwing shoulders as he cuts through a lane.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on him.
All right.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Doyle's just bleeding all over the place out there.
What?
Yeah, he's just got a lot of blood on his pants.
Oh, you're actually bleeding? I don't know what this is.
That might be my blood.
He's not faced. He's not faced.
No, Captain, are you okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Look, I'm bleeding out.
Oh my God.
My finger.
Every time I look down at my socks, I just want to sing Ocean Man. Ocean Man, take me by the...
I mean this in the most sincere way. You were born to rap. You were built for this. We are ready to get underway in the second half of our abbreviated game. Loser of this game will be facing the breakdowns as the winner will punch their way to the semi-finals. You kind of have a chill day, don't you, big guy?
I do. We're just kind of hanging out. You know, the freezers are over here doing some stretches every 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to get a nice lunch.
As Luke sets the offense up. Late whistle by Jimmy. Dumps it into Jack on the bounce square. Dalton, dangly as hell, into Luke. Can't really do much there. Behind Jack, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get busy. Luke, he's got to pass it to Joez. Got to fire. He has to shoot. Back to Luke. Fires and misses wide. A good ball movement by the Rippers. Just a little slow. A lot of hesitation on those shots, Shelf.
Yeah, you got to get some crisper passes. And again, this is the whole offense looks different with the loss of Lucas DeVersa. Just guys in new roles.
Rob Sirocco, dribble handoff over to Dalt. Down to Swilly on the bounce grade. Is she going to shoot? No, she dumps it. Blocked away by Joez McFly. Welcome to the league, big guy.
There's Joez. We found him.
We got to see a lot more from Joez and Penik. I've barely said both of their names. Both of them trying to find roles in this Rippers offense, which is not easy to their defense, as neither of them were planned to be on this team. As Jack has Penik backdoor. Is he going to find it? No. Swilly cross. Fire saved by Jimmy Knorp.
Knorp wanted to catch that one and let it rip, but it got away from him.
Let's keep a close eye on this Swilly-Penik matchup, as I think the defense by Swilly is getting a little tight there, which could lead to a penalty shot, as Knorp looks to get the first goal of the half. Fires! Saved by Luke. That's the first time Jimmy Knorp's let it eat this happen. It was a good one, but Luke stands tall.
Got the momentum going. Nice little crow hop throw there from behind the line, but a good save by Luke.
His feet moving faster than his arm as Jack and Luke talk as they bring the ball up court, pass to pass. Is Luke going to have one? He's got Penik backdoor. Fires off of Penik's head. That was a good shot, but it clips Penik in the dome, and he goes back on defense. 3:08 remaining, still down by 2.
Still just a 2-goal game.
This game is getting late early, though.
Phil, you want to run it back?
The Nasty, Dalton to Swilly. She fires, and it goes in. Did it bounce?
It did. It absolutely did.
I don't know. Sometimes the mat is silent.
We're going to take a look. I don't know if it bounced, but if it did, Swilly makes this a 3-goal game.
Yes.
That's going to be a good goal by Swilly. Nice shot.
Looked like Joe's got a little scared of the
Beautiful
ball
shot
there,
by
maybe?
Swilly as she beats Joez and Luke. 5-2 Nasty. Swilly continues to make a living from the bounce squares as she gestures to Penik. Hey, that's what I do. Coach DeVersa, you know it's killing him to not be out there in goal right now. Real loss for this Rippers team as they've had to redo their entire structure. But hey, no excuses. You got to win.
3-goal game now. A huge gap considering the offense the Rippers have shown in this one.
Luke to Joez. He has Penik backdoor. It's a high pass by Jack, who covers his mouth in dismay as he knew he missed a good look for Penik there. But hey.
Wide open.
It's okay. Wide open cut.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Rippers trying to work through as much of their offensive struggles as they can. This Nasty team is executing on a high level, though.
I think referee Jim is handing out Jolly Ranchers to the Freezers right now.
You a Jolly Rancher guy?
I'm a Jolly. I got Jolly on my team. I have to be a Jolly Rancher.
Smart answer by you. As Knorp up by 3, captaining this offense. It's going to be a lob pass. Easy turnover for Luke. Fires cut by Knorp in transition. We're going end to end. Slows it down. Fires cut by Luke in transition. Misses high. We're going end to end in the warehouse. Luke frustrated as he missed, but my goodness, what a look.
That is not the first time this game we've seen turnover, the full court chucks.
Okay, we're going to look at the replay on that because that was awesome. I was interested on that first catch by Luke as there was a lot of bodies involved. He goes Knorp with a hell of a track down like a defensive back. Fires it, Luke catches it and just misses high. What a transition. This game of Slapball is special.
These two goalies, I think, are just a great matchup offensively. They're firing off, both of them.
The offense for the Rippers have been a problem, but I think they have found a recipe with Luke in net because he's moving different.
How are we going to score goals? The Nasty sitting here with a 5-2 lead, and they seem as comfortable as they've seemed the whole tournament right now. I'll say I have not played on Knorp's team in any warehouse sports, but I have played on his team in some blitzball stuff outside of the warehouse. He's a great teammate. He has a way of firing you up without saying a whole lot. He always hits the right note. He's a good captain.
Oh, wow. That was a really nice thing to say. It's Knorp behind the back to Rob Zaracco, who just kind of done a bunch of spins, and Jack nods in approval like, hey, that's some good offense. I like a behind-the-back pass. I'm going to take credit for bringing that to the sport.
No timies?
And that's how you know they're having fun and feeling good.
I think there's a lot to, especially in my experience in Slapball, I think there's a lot to be had about just letting loose a couple times and trying stuff. Joez to Luke. Back to Joez. He has Jack backdoor. He doesn't. Joez is looking really confused at the top. Luke's going to have to fire. He does. And it hits Dalton's hand and tips it in. Oh, my gosh. Dalton, who's been so good as that second defender, tips it past Jimmy Knorp and makes this a game.
I really like scoring.
Me too. Did it? Hit everybody but me.
Fires it. Oh, my goodness. That was going wide as a net. A great defensive possession by the Nasty. Ends up in a goal.
I'm sorry, I just watched the replay. Jimmy Knorp in slow-mo on that play is amazing.
He's devastated.
He fell in slow motion and just stayed there.
2:10 remaining. Swilly already has a goal from there. Gets Rob on the cut. That's going to be a live ball. Joez throws it into the ground.
He gets back so fast.
Good defense by the Rippers, but Joez held that one a little long and spikes it down.
Let's not throw the transitions.
Coming down to 2 minutes remaining.
I've seen better throws from 50 Cent personally.
We're playing frantic.
I
We're
was
playing frantic ball.
I was gonna let that one go. That was a terrible throw by Joez. Knorp inbounds it to Dalton, who I think might just throw this one. Goes back to Swilly on the high bounce square. Quick fire, kicked away by Joez. They've really gone to that high bounce square, but Dalton had 3 goals in the first half, hasn't shot in the second half for the Nasty yet. 155.
That's Swilly's spot. She will let it rip.
Good shot. That was an open look.
Speaking of rip, the Rippers of the offensive possession. Joez in a better position this time. Actually can shoot it from the high bounce square. He's looking to Jack, who catches it, goes to the far bounce square. Did he have any possession? No, they got to get busy. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Joez is going to fire. Kicked away by Jimmy Knorp. Good save. Just a little slow by the Rippers. They're kind of running up against that shot clock every single time, especially in a game where they need to get shots off as much as they can. You got to imagine they like to get a little quicker offense. Dalton going to fake it over to Jimmy. He has Rob cutting middle. He missed him, and Knorp knows it. He signals him to get out of the trap. Looks like he's going to fire this. Up to Dalton, to Swilly. Fires, saved by Luke, who continues to keep the Rippers in the game as Jack and Dalton get into a little bit of a hand fight.
The Rippers are going to have to be perfect defensively the rest of this game, and they just got to find a way.
1:21 remaining. We're going to stop at 1 minute for the 1 minute warning. So this could be the last possession before the break, and you know the Rippers need to score. Joez and Jack, a little give and go offense. A lot of stagnant movement from the Rippers. Luke fires, and he just misses the goal. Spiked it too high on the bounce. 1:09 remaining. Nasty's ball.
They're getting some good looks from this freezer circle down here on the bounce. They just can't find the net right now.
Dalton, who already has a hat trick in the game, over to Knorp. He's going to fake fire it back to Dalton. He's going to get low fire, kicked away by Luke as we hit 1 minute perfectly for the 1 minute warning. 2-goal lead for the Nasty. Both teams returning their respective net for a little meeting.
We got this.
If it's now wide open, back out to Luke for the shot.
Yeah, let's just run that, and no matter what, I'm going to either fake it or throw it.
But we've done an okay job of being handsome.
Yeah.
Diversa with the clipboard.
Yeah, Coach Lucas Diversa doing his best to draw up some offense for this Rippers as they have 60 seconds to score 2 goals. The Nasty will only have a 10-second shot clock, though, Shelf, so that does help the Rippers. You got to imagine they got to draw up some quick offense. So whatever play they just drew up, it's got to work. And here we go, Luke and Jack doing everything they can to try to drive this Rippers offense. Luke fakes it over to Joez. He has Jack on a bounce. Where is he going to fire? No, holds. Maybe a little long cross to Joez. Over to Luke. Fires. Kicked away by Jimmy Knorp. Great ball movement by the Rippers, but better defense by the Nasty and their captain, Knorp. Only 10 seconds as Lucas lets out a frustrated smile. That's a good look for the Rippers, and he couldn't cash it in.
It was a good look. It was a good drawn-up play. Got some motion out of Joez, and just Knorp steps up.
Only 10 seconds on a shot clock, already down to 5, and that was almost intercepted, but that's a quick turnover by the Nasty.
6-second possession right there. Gets the ball right back.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Shelfy, but if Jack was able to catch it, I think that's a turnover goal immediately, and that's offense this Rippers team needs. I need a throw from Jack or Luke here. Luke running up court, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Fires it over to Jack.
Like a salamander.
What is Doyle doing?
Covering that 5-hole. I've been whispering it to Lucas the whole game. He leaves those legs open on the bounce.
Backdoor to Penik, and he scores! Jack with the goggles, Penik with the touch. We got a 1-goal game as Penik says, who do you think you are? I am.
Swilly is beside herself. I think that was Swilly.
Wow, what a pass by Jack, and it leads to a goal. Oh, you're right.
Yep.
You were right. It's not Penik's goal. Swilly taps it in, the second own goal by the Nasty this game, and now it's only a 1-goal game.
So it's a 1-goal game here with 27 on the clock.
I will say the Nasty, now that they're only up by 1, they do get a 20-second shot clock, Shelfy. So the Rippers are only going to get one more look at this as Dalton inbounds to Swilly, who's got to be a little frustrated. Over to Rob in the corner, got cross court to Dalton. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jumping Jimmy Knorp, and they kill it with 17 seconds remaining. And that is a jump, and that is going to be a penalty shot. Oh, no.
Oh, baby.
Jimmy Knorp jumped in the crease on a costly mistake, and they give the Rippers a chance to tie this game with a penalty shot.
I can't believe, of all people, to have a mental mistake in that moment. It's Jimmy Knorp who's going to have to bail himself out here on the penalty shot.
That's all right. Right. Jim.
Luke O'Brien and Jimmy Knorp. Goaltender versus goaltender. Luke fires, and he hits the post!
No!
He hit the post! He hit the post with the shot! My goodness!
And that's devastating because Knorp guessed wrong. He went left, the throw went right.
Oh no, Luke O'Brien with a great shot, and he catches iron right off the post, an inch away from a game-tying goal. And there's 20 seconds on the shot clock, and I think that might be game.
Wow. It doesn't get any closer than that.
So as I talk with Ref Jimmy, there's 20 seconds on the shot clock, and the best comp for this would be like a basketball situation. The Rippers can intentionally foul the Knasty, send them to the line, a.k.a. a penalty shot, which has to be the move for the Rippers team. And I like that as a rule because I don't think anyone at home wants to watch the Knasty just hold the ball for 20 seconds and the game ends. So looks like we're going to get an intentional foul from the Rippers here. As Jimmy's explaining to the Knasty kind of the situation that's about to happen, I think Jack's just going to run over the defensive line, and that'll be an automatic penalty shot. Dalton inbounds to Knorp as he walks it up. 15 seconds on the shot clock, you got to imagine. And that is going to be it, the intentional foul by the Rippers. I don't know why Jack let the time drop that much. I feel like I would have just done it immediately.
I'm also not sure why he has his hand up. We know. We've seen it.
Yeah. We're going to see if they were going to shoot.
Jimmy, adamant with Jack, that's a foul, letting him know you can't do that.
Dalton's taking the throw.
You see, Jack was trying to bait a throw from the Knasty there. We have 12 seconds remaining. Luke, who was unable to cash in his penalty shot, now gets a chance for redemption and goal. Tries to make himself as big as possible, Shelf. Free goals for Dalton already.
Curious about the one knee down technique here. I'm curious where Luke's going to go.
He finds what a save by O'Brien! Goes full vertical, sticks the paw out, slaps it away, and the Rippers have life. Wow!
I'll say everyone did everything perfect there. My first thought when knee went down to that knee is I'm throwing it to that side. Little less range of motion. But Luke goes, oh my
goodness, a hand of God moment from O'Brien as he slaps away Dalton Feely's shot. And we got 12 seconds remaining in a one-goal game. Wow, that was one of the best saves I've seen. How does he do that?
If Luke can get a goal here, it will be an incredible 20-second revenge tour.
Oh my, what an eventful last 30 seconds of this game.
Hey, let's not score on ourselves.
Luke and Jack trying to figure out how are we going to generate offense as Penik and Joez take their positions. The Knasty need one more stop, and do the Rippers have some magic in them? Come on, Jack, what do you got? Luke to Jack, 10 seconds remaining in the game. They got to go quick. Jack already down to 5. He's got to do something. He's holding it, going to go across to Luke. He's going to fire, blocked away by Doyle, and he secures the win for the Knasty. What a save. You can see Jack got caught a little on this wing, tried to go cross court to Luke. It was blocked away, and that is basically going to bring her down. Jack's going to take an intentional foul here, but I don't think there's enough time to generate some offense.
Should I just throw it to Luke?
Jimmy to Luke, intentional foul. Gets it off right away, so he saves the free seconds, that's enough time to get a shot off.
Oh, we're blowing it.
Jack said he's
Hey, I'll see you later.
Jimmy's cracking me up this game. This is good ref energy.
Now, like you said, the Rippers, they're really only going to have enough time to get like one strong throw off, but Knorp can completely bury them right here with a goal.
It looks like Dalton's not getting the ball this time. We're going Knorp against Luke. Luke with already one of the best saves I've seen. Can he have another? Let's a warehouse tell you what happens. Fires in Luke again. Comes up with the big save. The Rippers have found their goalie, Shelfy.
Yes, they have. Luke very good at everything in this warehouse, so I'm not surprised.
So no more intentional fouls for the Rippers. 3 seconds left. They only have time for really a catch and shoot. Where is Luke? He's on the bounce square. This looks like it's going to be a Jack Doyle throw. Running to his left, fires. Knorp saves it, and the Knasty win. What a game. The Rippers got every chance to try and tie that up, and the Knasty hold on for a win. That is one of my favorite games I've seen in this warehouse. 5-4 Knasty.
That was an amazing game. That was an amazing game.
You can hear the captains saying, hey, that's an amazing game.
That was a great second half from the Rippers to keep themselves in it. We didn't see much offense from the Knasty there down the stretch. They're going to have to get that picked back up in the next round.
I have a couple questions for these captains. I got to talk to them.
Jack, you lost, but you're not eliminated yet. Luke looked great in net. What can you do to get the offense going a little bit more now that he's kind of playing from the behind the offense?
I honestly think I didn't hate our offense. Maybe it looked worse than it was. But I feel like we missed a lot of shots. I think our looks were actually surprisingly good. Knorp saved a lot of the bouncers. Me and Penik couldn't connect on, I think, like 4 open slaps. And then we hit some posts, and Knorp saved the long throws too. So I didn't hate our offense. I loved our defense. We couldn't get the ball in the net.
One quick question for you, Knorp. I think your guys' team is really good. I have you guys going to the chip. But how tight was your butthole when you jumped and Luke was on that dot?
Oh, yeah, still tight. We got real lucky, he hit the post there. But I got to say, I'm happy with how we played. We came with a game plan. The Rippers have scored on a lot of slaps in past games, and we kind of forced them to throw. I think all 4 of their goals were on throws, so kind of happy with the way we played. It was an ugly win, but we'll take it.
Really professional answer for me saying butthole.
Butthole, yeah. I turned it around.
2 of our goals, they scored.
Yeah, we scored 2 on ourselves, so that was interesting.
Can't have that.
Guys, that was one of the most fun games I've watched. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. We have more coming your way. Rippers and breakdowns. Nasty, moving on. Welcome back to Captain's League, the Deuce 2. We have a matchup between the Rippers and the Breakdowns, who are looking for their first win of the season. My name is Lorenzo, joined in the booth by Shelfy, captain of the Freezers. It's going to be a great matchup, but first, let's meet the teams.
Jimmy O'Brien, Holy Family Primary, Linfield, New South Wales.
Dan Rourke, otherwise known as Dar, Ocean County College, dropout.
Adam Bannon, Deep Backwood Square. BBD, hey, turn around.
Jack Doyle, Fitchburg State University, professional communications major with a minor in nothing.
Lucas O'Brien, the Miami University of Ohio.
Justin Penik, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Pennock wasn't even drafted. Joez missed the first week. They're trying to piece it together. Meanwhile, the Breakdowns looking for their first win of Slapball. They got to find some answers, Shelf.
Yeah, and I think the answer is getting Dan Rourke some better looks. He is 4 for 40 throwing the ball in this tournament.
4 for 40. Rourke, you hear that? You're 4 for 40. Let's find some goals. What an interesting note. We got an O'Brien duel in goal. Both teams rotating goalies. We got Jimmy in goal for the Breakdowns, Luke in goal for the Rippers, and we are ready to go as Jimmy Knorp is going to give us the honorary dizzy toss, which has gone to the left every single time. It goes to the right this time, right into Adam's hands, making his first season in Slapball. He's going to pass it back to Jimmy. Let's see what the offense looks like for the Rippers early, as Rourke can't really do anything there. Goes over to Adam on the bounce, where he's going to fire and score. Did it bounce? I don't think it did. We're going to take a look. If it did, what a start for the Breakdowns.
It bounced, but it may have bounced in the net. Yeah, it bounced in the net. That's going to be a no
goal, as it did not bounce before it got. But good shot by Adam, as him and Jimmy, if they couldn't look more alike. Look at this. They got matching Home Depot knee pads on. Is Adam just playing goal, or just put the knee pads on for the vibes?
Adam is our cricket Jimmy, but he also has the intensity of like a me or Swilly.
Agreed, but here's also the thing. Jimmy is cricket Jimmy. So an interesting dynamic developing. I'm going to find out they're like cousins or something. As Luke inbounds it to Joez McFly. Looks like he's running a little point guard, Jalen Brunson style of this game. Going to dump it off to Penik on the high bounce square. Luke. Got to move it, gets to Jack on the high. Back to Luke. A lot of just passing back and forth. And Jimmy kicks it aside. I didn't like that possession.
I didn't like that possession. I think just a little bit quicker on the throw. Whether it's Luke or Dalt, you got to fire it right away before they get set.
Yeah, I kind of got lost and bored mid-commentary, so I was like, oh, this isn't a good possession. As Jimmy to Jimmy on the inbound. Looking like Rourke needs to find some offense this game if the Breakdowns are going to win, as Rourke replies with facts. The most validating of words. BBD. Back to Jimmy on the bobble to Rourke. Looking for an outlet, doesn't have much. Goes back to Adam. Is he going to have another? No, back to Jimmy on the bounce. Square fires.
Nice save.
Gets a hand on it. That is not an easy save. O'Brien, Robin O'Brien.
We saw in the Rippers Nasty breakdown, Luke, a good goalie. They just got to find some goals.
A great goalie early, as the Rippers trying to draw first blood. Dumps it to Jack on the bounce square. He's got Penik cutting back to Luke. Is he going to fire? He does, and blocked by Adam. I see why he's wearing those knee pads. He gets down low and makes a save.
But I love it. I love it.
Jimmy with some positive energy early. BBD, free members of the Breakdowns have knee pads on, which is just electric. Meanwhile, Rourke knows he's not dropping on it.
No, Dan will not touch the ground in this.
I'm interested by this early offense, as Rourke is kind of useless right there. He can't do anything. So he's just kicking it to the bounce square back and forth. Backdoor cut, blocked away by Luke. BBD wasn't able to get a good piece of it. and he's able to make the save. BBD, who was pulled from goalie, went 12 overall in the draft despite winning MVP last year. Tough regular season, looking to find some mojo in the playoff shelf.
And that MVP in last year's Slapball, he had a lot of slap goals. They're trying to get that going.
It looks like Jimmy's trying to say, hey, let's have you do what you do well. Slap as Luke fires wide. Good pull by Luke.
I think those are more of the looks that they need, though. Just get them on net.
Yeah, just start firing, especially against this breakdown team who struggled defensively and honestly just overall in everything in the regular season. An early lead could break their spirits, but can Dan give the breakdown some hope? Just quick, he's going to that spot, but he's not doing anything there.
Yeah, it feels like Dan's out there to almost just be like a pick and roll guy.
A lot of bounce squares and backdoor shot saved by Luke on a beautiful pass from BBD to Jimmy. They high five on the way down, but the younger brother stands tall.
That was a good look right there, but Luke again in net.
Jack fires, misses wide. Luke and Jack have both missed in the same spot as he kind of signals to his shoulder on that one, like, oof, owie.
I like those two possessions, though. Me and Ryan do this sometimes on the freezers where it's a couple possessions in a row. We're just going to let some throws off, see what happens. It at least can space the defense out.
It's the breakdowns. I think an early lead for the breakdowns here could be huge. A lot of backdoor cuts. Dan Rourke to Jimmy. Dan's going to finally have one. Not a lot of throws from Dan early, as we mentioned. 4 for 40 in the regular season. BBD fires a quick one. That was the first rush possession, it felt like, for the breakdowns. Good defensive adjustment by the Rippers.
Good stuff, guys. You good, Beach?
A slow start to this game as both teams are kind of feeling each other out. It's like a chess game. Both are moving pawns.
One goal is going to feel momentous. Is that a word?
I think so.
When the ball goes in.
I agree. I think whoever scores first, especially for the breakdowns. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Backdoor to Penik! Doyle to Penik. First goal of the game. 5:59 remaining as the Rippers draw first blood.
That is Slapball champion Justin Penik.
Yes, sir. He made a living off that spot. Penik, the undrafted player, strikes first for the Rippers on a beautiful backdoor pass and a hell of a slap. Looks like the breakdowns lost him in coverage a little there.
Yeah, when you see the pass over to Jimmy, Adam bit and slid over. Right there for the taking for Justin Penik. And when you space that out right and you make the pass, it's on the goalie. That's it. It comes down to the goalie getting there.
Rourke tries to answer quickly, and another save by the Rippers. Rourke's struggles continue behind the line for this breakdowns team. He was drafted to try to fuel this offense. He just hasn't been able to get it going. He went in the first round, Shelfy. Only 4 for 41 on throws.
Last year, Dan's fastball was the least I could see. It was blurry. It was quick. It doesn't even seem like he's getting them through. Most of his throws are getting blocked at the line.
Joez to Luke. Down to Pennock again, and he scores! How about 2? I'll do it once.
Penik!
I'll do it twice. 2-0. Rippers. I told you, Shelfy, that backdoor pass, the way the breakdowns are playing defense, is not a lot of movement. It's the same defensive setup as we saw in the previous goal. Rourke and BBD high in that slap trap, and they're just not going to cover that backdoor pass. That's 2-0. I think a lot, especially what the Nasty and the Freezers do well, it's a lot of defensive instincts, and right now the breakdowns are kind of playing positions as they have a turnover goal. Rourke and Jimmy tumbles into the boards, and it's quickly becoming late in this first half.
I got a fun little stat here for you, Zoe.
Oh, I love stats.
Justin Penik now has the second best shot percentage in this tournament at 33%.
You did not lie. That is a fun little stat. Justin Penik, have a day. The Rippers, well, here's the thing. The Rippers found great offense putting Penik in his point guard position in the regular season. The first game was a little tough having Joez adjust to the offense, but they're starting to find it again as Luke on the high bounce square looks for Penik again. Feed the goat while you can, but this time it's a little high.
Well, the difference there defensively was that BBD and Adam both bit down on Penik, but what that's going to do later is open up more throws for Jack and Luke.
You want to know what? That's so right. The breakdowns defense is very susceptible to cuts. Adam on the bounce square calling out some plays. Looking for offense, goes cross court to Jimmy. He's unable to fire. Goes backdoor to Adam, jumping slap, missed wide. Rippers ball, some clunky offense from the breakdowns. You got to figure out a way to have someone step up.
Hey! Our backs are to the play, Stripes.
Seems like a little confusion on the court. Luke and Jack. I mean, this is going to be a backdoor cut for sure. It's just who's taking it. Luke looks to fire. Instead, he fires it right off Adam's shoulder, who starts talking a little bit to Luke on the way back. I like it. Has some energy. Adam,
I know
not
what that
afraid.
feels like. His first couple goals of this tournament, he started yelling at me.
Yeah, he's not afraid to let you have it. Down 2-0, up 2-0. Hey, you want to know what, though? You can never say he only talks when he's up. I respect that.
It's true.
Rourke trying to find some offense. He's going to dump it to Adam. Hell of a catch. Stays on the bounce square. He has Rourke cross. Instead, he's going to go back to Jimmy on the high bounce square. Shot clock getting late. Fires and scores. Did it bounce? We don't know. Luke looks a little confused. He thinks it might have. We're going to take a gander. Kind of a quick little dart shot.
I don't think that bounced. Oh, unless it hit Luke, then went in.
Yeah, it hit his hand, and then I think it does bounce before it goes in. If we can get a close-up on there, he bounces it straight down, and then it goes in. So that is a good goal.
That's going to go off Luke's hand, bounce on the line, and be a good goal. It's 2-1 on kind of a fluky goal for the breakdowns.
I thought Lucas was getting
4:47
upset.
remaining.
I was a little scared when Lucas DeVersa gets fired up. I've seen him fired up. I don't know.
Lucas is in a prime spot to give us guff, but we're going to ignore him. As 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Rippers, can they answer that goal? Going to go backdoor to Jack. 5 seconds, they got to get a shot off. Luke looks like he's going to throw it. He does, and Jimmy gets a paw on it, kicks it wide. That was a great shot by Luke.
Yeah, that was going right into the corner there. That was a good save.
A little momentum building for the breakdowns as it's a 2-1 game, but I just worry about their consistent offense. Jimmy is going to really have to carry this team. As he sets the offense up to Rourke, who's going to run across in his patented style cross-court pass to Adam. BBD's kind of in bad spacing by the breakdowns here. As Jimmy can't do anything, he's got to move. BBD's going to go on that bounce square. He's going to fire back to Jimmy. Did he have another? He does, and this time it's stopped by Lucas. Jack kind of went head over heels in a dramatic fashion.
Pennock was in the crease, right?
I think Penik was defending a call that wasn't made.
I love that.
There weren't two in the crease there?
Luke looking to score for this offense for the Rippers. A 2-goal lead against the breakdowns feel monumentous.
There
Jack,
it is.
he has the backdoor cut. This time BBD is going to be able to cover it. Good defensive adjustment by the breakdowns. Back to Jack on the bounce square. Over cross court to Joez. He's going to fire, and it's going to go just wide. I don't know if Jimmy got a save on that, but it's still 2-1.
I got to give a little credit to Penik there. When you want to slap and that pass is coming, it is so hard to decide on the fly. No, we're going to catch this one and pass it back out. He's got all the confidence in the world right now.
Breakdowns trying to answer back on offense. Rourke to Jimmy. Cross court to Adam. He's kind of building a house on that bounce square. Back to Jimmy. Fumbles the pass. Keeps it alive.
Play.
Adam dumps it in the BBD, and Jack dismisses it like he didn't even want it. He disregarded that like a text message from a spam account. That wasn't great. We'll work on that. Hey, you want to know what? Let me do that again.
I ignore 10 spam texts a day at this point.
I respond to them all. I like to feel seen. Jack walks the ball up court, looking to score for this Rippers offense. He's going to dump it down to Joez. Has Luke on that backdoor cut. Got to watch that defense by BBD. Jack over to Luke. Fires, just misses the tap. That was a close one. I will say to both of our refs, let's watch that cutting defense by the breakdowns on from BBD. 2-1 with 3:22 remaining.
We haven't seen a whole lot of slap opportunities out of Luke since he's been in net. It's tough to get all the way down there because then you got to go full court back on defense. But that is his game. He has that on his tool belt.
The breakdowns continue to improve defensively in this first half. It's just, can they find offense? And this is the guy they need to start scoring. As Rourke is going to dump it to Jimmy. Over to Rourke on the bounce square. He's very panicky move. Adam, is he going to fire? He does. Good save by Luke.
That's a good play of Rourke. If you get there.
Let's use the set play less as a Bible. We still got to move.
Luke's walking the offense up for this Rippers team. Jack, can I have a throw from you, big guy? Dumps it into Pennock on the bounce square. Cross to Luke. A lot of stagnant offense. Has a cutting Pennock. Going to go cross court to Joez. Adam barking out commands as Penik fires and scores! He scores! I believe that bounced in on a kind of a dart flop shot. We're going to take a look as the ref signal a review. What a weird shot. That was like a quarterback dive. Wow, an interesting shot from Justin Penik.
It bounces right off the black right before.
Wow, the perfect shot by Justin Penik. It bounces right before the line. That looked like a quarterback throwing it away. And
it's a Penik hat trick, Zoe.
That looked like if Jalen Hurts were trying to throw the ball away. And then it just ends up in a Penik. Is that a Penik hat trick, you said?
That is a Penik hat trick.
Holy!
And he now has the best shot percentage in the league at 38%.
Justin Penik hat trick in the first half. Who had that on their bingo card? I hate that I said that. Rourke and Jimmy's passings have not been there today. Jimmy saved a couple turnovers. Rourke fires it right into Adam's feet, and you can just see some frustration building. But Jimmy has saved a few turnovers up here.
I don't know how I feel about Dan waving the finger at my team there on the walk down.
Rourke talking shit to the I will say, the Freezers, a loud bunch in the stands today. Has a lot of time to kill. Penik gets it on the high bouncer. He's going to pass it across to Luke, looking for that backdoor cut. Good off-ball movement by the Rippers here. Goes cross course to Jack. They're playing man-to-man defense. Joez fires, blocked away by Adam. You're kind of seeing BBD shadow Luke as much as possible, switching in that slap trap.
That was a really good block there from Adam, who's been great defensively in this tournament.
I will say, teams have gotten really good at not having too many people in the slap trap. Haven't had to make that call since game 1.
Yeah, we adjusted pretty quick, I'll say.
Very impressed by all the players out here. Jimmy commanding this offense, dumps it to Adam. BBD crossing court. Rourke looking to fire. Joez with the good defense, cross court to Jimmy. He's going to fire, kicked away by Luke. Luke continues to shine bright like a diamond, Rihanna style, in net.
I don't know how he blocked that.
The athleticism that we're seeing from some of the goaltenders this tournament is very impressive.
Let's keep stopping him. Well, defense has been really good.
2:16 remaining in the first half. This will be the last possession for the Rippers with a 20-second shot clock as Penik to Luke. They're going to take their time. Dump it into Penik, who goes for the two-hand slap. A really impressive slap by Penik, but just misses it wide, looking for his 4th goal of the half.
Penik, the last few days at work, has been reminding me that he heard me say, leave Penik, when we played the Rippers in our last matchup. He's been motivated to get out here, and here he is.
Well, Jack did say the best way to coach this team is to play through what you think is a weakness. So instead of ignoring Penik, they want to run the offense through him and Joez, which I respect the coaching. Rourke fires, saved by Luke, full court flop shot, off the crossbar! It doesn't go in! Luke, with a hell of a play, catches the Rourke throw, gently throws it full court, and somehow finds iron.
Luke keeps hitting the post.
Call him the magnet the way he finds these posts, man. No way to score those. No goal off the connector of the crossbar in the post. I will say, his ability to catch Rourke's shot effortlessly.
We have not seen a ton of catch and throws. Luke's got a couple of them here just in these playoffs.
Luke might be the X factor this Rippers team needs if they're going to make a deep playoff run. He's changing the game in net, although he can't score there. I'm going to make fun of him for that at lunchtime. Adam to Rourke, who continues to get flustered by the defense. To Jimmy, blocked by Joez McFly. Joez has really built a home in that left slap trap, blocking any throws from the freezer sticker. Good defense as the Rippers. One more goal might make this feel monumentous, but they're only going to – is it a 10-second shot clock right now? Should be a 10 – 1:30, my bad. Penik to Joez. Up to Luke. To Jack on the bounce square. To Luke, cutting.
Wow, what a save by Jim.
The tandem. I almost said condom. The tandem of Jimmy and Adam are able to deflect it away. I think I'm losing my mind, guys. That's on me, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
That's on me, guys. Rourke. To Jimmy on the high bounce square. Looking for that cut by BBD. Not a lot of cutting by the breakdowns right now. Adam. Got to get busy with 5 seconds on the shot clock. To Jimmy, cross court to Rourke. He's got to shoot. He does. Easy save by Luke. Now there's only 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Rippers.
I love the way this Rippers team is set up when they're playing with the lead. They're bearing down defensively. Luke is amazing in net.
I agree. Jack has to get a shot off early. He does, fires it. Did that hit Luke or did that hit Adam? Either way, there was a little contact down low. No goal for the Rippers. If you're the breakdowns, if you can make this a 1-goal game and what feels like it should be a 5-goal lead for the Rippers, you're going to feel really good.
Throwing's over. It's a slap game.
The warehouse gets really silent as Rourke to BBD, to Adam, blocked by Joez McFly. Great defense by Joez this game. I can't tell if the Rippers are playing really well or if the breakdowns are playing bad.
I think we have a good combination of both going on right now, but I got to tip my hat to Joez and Pennock.
Well, the Rippers played a great game against the Nasty. I think they're very talented, but the breakdowns continue to struggle to find an identity as Luke kicks it to Jack on a toe, fires. What a save by Jimmy going cross net there. Jimmy, who pulled BBD from net, has taken the responsibility himself and has played well.
He's played very well. They just got to find some offense here. I don't know where it's going to come from.
Adam drops it to Rourke. Dumps it back to Adam, a little give and go to Jimmy. Good ball movement, fires, and Joez again! One after another, Joez continues to shut the door on the breakdowns offense, and the Rippers once again have a chance to extend the lead. They call him the Berlin Wall on the Rippers team as Coach DeVersa looks on smiling. Penik playing the Nikola Jokic role here. He's going to dump it to Jack. Goes backdoor. Instead he fires. Great fake pass by Jack into the shot. Penik creates the opportunity with the cut, and it's 4-1. That was beautiful offense.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Penik getting these slaps to go. You see Jimmy kind of leaning a little bit that way. He knew the slap was open. It left just enough room for Doyle to bounce this home. You see Jimmy kind of going right there. He's seen the cutter coming, and it opened up the throw lane.
Penik creating all sorts of offense for this Rippers team. He's been the key contributor on 4 of these goals.
Justin Penik just blew me a kiss.
You love to see a story of someone unexpected shining in the brightest moment. Rourke has one of the best arms in the warehouse, but can he find any sort of twine?
I don't think I've seen Dan let go of a throw without hesitating the entire tournament.
Jimmy fires. Slapped away. That's a lot of the breakdowns offense. Just a high bounce square. I think we need to see more BBD cutting. We saw it on the first possession of the game. You mentioned it. Really good slapper. Had a chance, but just they're not finding space, Shelf.
No, they are not. Not from anywhere. The bounce, the throw, the slaps, nothing is working.
Only 1 goal this half in 8 minutes. It's not what you want to see as the Rippers have a shortened shot clock, and Jack's going to have to fire it here. And he does, and it's going to be stopped by the breakdowns. Good defense. This shortened shot clock really tightens it up on you.
All right.
This should be the last possession of the half for a breakdowns team. Jimmy, really, really good at drawing up plays, designing a team, and getting the most out of players. Just trying his best to draw any sort of offense from this breakdowns team as BBD kicks it back up to Rourke. He has Jimmy in the slap trap. He's going to ignore it. Jack locking him up top. Good defense, and Jack Doyle shuts down Dan Rourke at the top of the key. Elite defense by the Rippers on Rourke.
That makes Dan Rourke now 4 for 45 on the tournament. The league average shot percentage is 22%. Not one player on the breakdowns is shooting above that league average.
My stats guy right here. 5 seconds in the first half remaining. Pennock calling up plays. He's got to get busy. Only 1 second on shot. He fires and kicked away by Jimmy, and that'll be the end of the first half. 4-1 Rippers. I mean, we should not ignore that little stat you dropped there. That was really insightful. But first, let's take a break to hear from our sponsors, and then we'll talk to the captains.
DeMalia, mi gente, what's good? Joez McFly here. We're going to be having a new show covering the World Baseball Classic. Not only myself, but the Kid Merrill himself is coming down to help co-host this with me. We're going to be doing some highlights, some reactions, some commentary on the entire series. Make sure you guys join us on JM Baseball. Oh, baseball, baby. You already know. De lo mío personal.
Luke, me and Shelfy have agreed. You might be the best goalie here right now. You only give up 1 goal that half. How do you feel like, oh, I just got this. This is easy peasy?
I feel pretty good. I feel like we have a good system. Also, they blocked like half of the shots that were going to make it to me. But I feel good in goal.
I like the selflessness there. You want to know what? I wish you were a little more selfish, because kind of a boring answer, but I like the selflessness. Jack, your blood continues to harden, but your offense continues to grow. Did you guys plan on going through Penik, or is he just kind of making it happen himself?
He literally said, ball, 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 ball. Because he's seeing things we're not seeing, and he was like, guys, get me the ball, and then he scored 3 goals.
Do you think he sees ghosts?
Probably.
Penik, you had a hat trick, and you kind of created that chance for Jack. Did you say, hey, give me the ball, guys, I'm really good at this, or is it just kind of happening?
We kind of decided pregame that I'm going to start shooting the ball. And I felt last year that's where I was strongest, when I'm kind of like shooting my hands like an offensive lineman. So once the game plan, we went forward with that, I could see passing lanes and things like that. This is kind of just a glorified football when you really think about it. So,
do you sleep on your stomach, your back, or your side?
My side. My right side. I can only sleep on my right side. I cannot sleep on my left side.
Are you happy about that?
No, I wish I could change.
Don't we all? We're going to interrupt this little coaching session real quick to grab the ear of Jimmy.
You need to set up 2 people on the dots, okay? And this person and that person have to be on the same wavelength, and the play is the ball's going to come, take that point, and this line, if no one's guarding, the middle area. And
I'm sorry, I got to steer you. I got to steer you for 1 sec here, Jim.
This guy and that guy got to know. Okay, that's the only way we beat Joe.
I feel like a sideline reporter with like an active, like during an in-game interview, trying to grab. Hey, I got to grab your attention, man. Offense. You got any answers?
Well, see, this sport's too fast for the way my brain works, so that's why we just did a strategy session. Because I also told Adam at one point, you take the ball up. I need to go down low because I need to figure out what's happening. That's what happened when I changed the defense last game. Yeah. I just drew up a play to beat the foosball player that is Joez. He's just sliding on the white line of the crease. It's really effective. I don't know if we have the...
Foosball player is a great line by you. Sorry, we just had a minor clattering. One more question for you.
I don't know if we have the skill to pull it off, but we're going to try it. Defense, I feel like we've been great.
I agree. You guys made a great adjustment. What's the Rourke situation? He's 4 for 44 on throws.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to get open. He doesn't know how to create a lane for his throw. He's also, like, something in his head is going on where he thinks he's throwing hard, but I think he's throwing 60%. But I don't want to tell him to throw harder because people hurt their arms, and we have more sports coming up very soon. But, like, I think he can throw way harder.
You just kind of go away from that?
When he, like, hits Rob Sirocco or someone blocking it, like, they should feel it. Like when Jack or Dalt hit me with a full throw, I'm like, oh, like it's winded me before.
Yeah.
It broke your glasses off your face. He's not doing that. I just don't know if that's like saving his arm, something mental.
Oh, good luck. We're going to figure out if Rourke can find some goals or not. We'll see.
I'm sweating.
They got a bouncer from Penik that was just perfect. 2 backdoor. You guys have stopped that, right? Yeah. And then Doyle got a shot there.
That's probably the most tiring half we've had. We got to keep moving.
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Luke has made every save to his left. Yeah. And I keep shooting because that's my throwing side. Yeah. So I think we need to try and get some cross-body weird stuff, some over here stuff.
You're closer to playing right now. The jacket's off.
Nice goals. Well, now we're shutting your ass down.
Okay. Okay. 4-1 game for the Rippers as the breakdown. Season on the line. Desperate to try to find any offense. If the Breakdowns lose this game, they will get skunked in Slapball, which, if the Nasty have a good tournament run and the Freezers already have secured 3 points this league, they might be in last place in the Captain's League.
Whew.
It changes quick.
I would love to not be in last anymore, so that's music to my ears.
You want to know what? Jimmy has been really, really good in the past at uniting teams. This team does not feel united.
No.
As Adam, who has been bringing all the energy, but Rourke and VBD just have not found their roles. Jimmy on the high bounce square looking to try to generate any sort of command of this offense. Rourke doesn't know what to do. He's going to pass it to Jimmy, who's going to shoot, and that never even bounced.
Didn't count for my foot was off.
Little brain fart. I will say, Jimmy has admitted several times, the sport moves different. I do think if you've played basketball, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of basketball offense. A lot of cuts, a lot of spacing, a lot of unspoken movement, especially on defense.
And having one true scorer opens up a lot. Like I said in the first half, this Breakdowns team doesn't have anyone scoring above the league average. If they had just one guy finding a home, it would open up the rest of the field.
Speaking of finding a home, Justin Penik has found a home in this Rippers offense, just misses that two-handed slap up the middle. Yeah. I think a lot of it is just understanding who is going to take the shot, and like it's a selfishness you need as a point guard. And Jimmy's trying to point guard this team, but no one's cutting off the ball.
Adam's trying to get everybody fired up. That's definitely the guy to do it. Got to be quick.
Adam back to this high bounce which the Breakdowns offense has tried to build on. They have Jimmy, and that's 2 in the slap trap, and that is going to be a penalty shot for the Rippers as BBD and Adam both trying to cut Neither of them
You guys both ran
read
in.
the other. That's what I kind of mean about the off-ball chemistry.
Pennock.
Are they going to give the ball to JP? And they're gonna! Justin Penik looking for his 4th goal of the game as Captain Jack trusts his guy once more. Jimmy looking to keep his breakdowns any fighting chance in this game.
I'm supposed to be non-biased, but that just fired me up. Justin Penik getting the penalty shot.
Jack is a player's coach, and he's going to trust his guy with the ball here. Dalton with the signal. Penik with the step. The pump fake. Another. Fires and scores! How about 4 goals for Justin Penik? If he shoots, you better bet he's going to find the back of the net. 5-1 Rippers. My goodness, I hope you guys are locked in.
Look at that. He got him on the bounce right through the legs. That is Slapball champion Justin Penik.
Nutmegs Jimmy O'Brien as he goes undrafted and shines in the playoffs with a 4-goal performance. You never know who's going to be a star on the warehouse floor as Jimmy dips it to Rourke, looks to answer, and once again, he's going to find the ass of a Ripper.
I can't remember the last time Dan threw the ball and it actually made it to the net.
The Rippers are all locked in on this breakdown team, suffocating defense, executing their offense at a high level, just walking them down as Penik once again. Nikola Jokic calling out Jack. Over in the bounce red, deep pass to Luke. He goes to try to create the behind the back Rob Sirocco slap and misses. The Rippers are really feeling it, and the breakdowns are spinning for a goal. Adam walks it in, looking for any sort of offense. He's going to fire, and that's going to be an easy save for Luke.
Yeah, there was a lane there, just not enough velo to get it past Luke.
The only one with kind of the arm strength to do that is Dan Rourke, and he will hit anything but the net this tournament. As Luke cradles the ball like a baby egg. A baby egg. Dumps it to Penik at the high bounce square. Across to Jack as the warehouse sings its song. Goes into Penik, 2 in the crease. He's going to slap it. That's really good defense, actually, by the Rippers.
Yep.
By the breakdowns as Adam filled that crease roll perfectly. I think you need to run a play for BBD here. I know he's been good this season, but if he's going to, this bounce square shot's going to do nothing for him. He's got to cut. Because right now, everyone's standing and no one's a threat as Jack once again stands up Dan Rourke. The breakdowns are running a free bounce square offense, and none of them are able to shoot from the bounce square.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like anyone's confident when they let go of the ball right now, and they're all looking around at each other like, are you going to do it?
Yeah, you got to run someone on these backdoor cuts if you're going to find any sort of offense, because Jack is standing up Rourke at that slap trap line as Penik dips it to Jack. Penik on the cut. He's going to throw it right in. Off the crossbar! Jack to Penik is a Jamal Murray-Nikola Jokic combo, but they can't cash in there. Jimmy calling out the grab, which was a bit of a grab, but no goal, so it doesn't really matter. Wow. Let's get a goal for this breakdowns team. Can they score? It's really hard to have 1 goal this deep into the game, and they look for the bounce slap. I mean, this is not pretty.
No, I think there was actually a little bit of a lane there to get a good slap off, but BBD just wasn't even prepared for it.
BBD not prepared. Adam on the high bounce, and nothing's going right for the breakdowns, but it just takes 1 goal to change the momentum or 1 save, anything. They're just looking for offense as the Rippers continue to run this offense through Penik, who goes, and this time Jimmy stands him up. They're running that Penik cut over and over again, and the breakdowns are keeping them at 5, Shelf.
Yeah, they are, and I love this energy from Justin Penik. Not only is he scoring, he's giving feedback after the play, adjustments that they can make on the next possession.
Rourke flops it to BBD, who's going to fake the pass over to Adam on the bounce square. It's going to be a high one. He's able to secure it. The offense is once again getting a little stagnant. They're going to throw it away.
My goodness gracious.
The breakdowns have all sorts of problems and no answers right now. Luke and Jack, you got to feel confident if you're the Rippers team. The breakdowns' only goal of this game has been a Jimmy dart shot as Jack fires full court, just misses the net, that barely bounced in. The rest of the offense has been shut down. They look fatigued. They looked out of sorts. And honestly, I'm an unbiased announcer, but I'm rooting for a breakdowns goal to give this team some life. As Jimmy dumps it to Adam, back to Jimmy. No, he's going to fake it. Over to Rourke, who's going to have another, and guess what? Jack Doyle is haunting Dan Rourke's nightmares right now. Everywhere he looks, it's covered by 0-0. Another block for Jack.
Dan is just in a mental prison right now. He can't get the ball to the net at all.
If they were playing dodgeball, Jack would have been out 20 times. As Luke goes cross court to Jack on a nice looking pass, looking for that backdoor slap trap. 2 in, goes uncalled, gets it high, caught by Jimmy. Full court, is he able to get it?
No.
Just wide of the net. Did Luke get a hand on that?
Yes, he did.
He might have tipped it.
Yeah, he tipped it.
As Jimmy says he did, you're right, Shelfy, once again. Have you ever been wrong?
Yes.
Oh, you want to know what? A great man admits when he's wrong.
I'm married. I'm wrong all the time.
You have a beautiful family. As Luke receives the inbound in a 5-1 game with 5 minutes remaining, he's going to fire. And Jimmy has been phenomenal in goal. Both O'Brien's natural goaltenders. If there's any bright spot from this breakdowns game, it's Jimmy's performance in net. But you got to imagine he's getting worn down. How much coaching can you do when your team just can't score?
Yeah, right now they're slowly but surely running out of time.
BBD on the bounce square. Adam just sitting in the slap trap. BBD's going to switch with him. Just consistently no good looks on this breakdown.
No passes.
Just running in and out of the slap trap. Jimmy's just going to shoot it low, and it's once again deflected away. The breakdowns need Rourke's throw to create offense, but they just can't find it, so the Rippers are camping in the slap trap. And it's getting late early. Luke to Jack. Let's have on Joe's goal. Some tight defense down low as Joe's posts up BBD to Jack. He has Penik back door. Great pass and he scores! The Jack Penik duo make it 5. Oh my, Penik though it's calling for review on a potential catch, but Penik scores for now. We'll take a look. He might have squeezed it. Jack has Penik screeching, and he pushes it. That's going to be, let's take a better look at that. Yeah, I'm going to call that a no goal. A little bit of a catch there, and then a push. Not as much of a slap.
You can see it trapped in there.
He's like cradling it and then pushing versus meeting the ball at contact. As Rourke to BBD.
Rob, your no look I think's there too.
Jack's talking to the fans right now. Jimmy, he's going to go back door. What a pass!
Play.
Jimmy to BBD as BBD screams the top of his lungs. Is that his first goal of the season? It is. He finally breaks the seal on the net and lets them know. What a pass by Jimmy. Penik's just not even looking.
Perfect play by BBD.
What a slap by BBD, who made a living off that. He's kind of staring him down like Game 6 LeBron. I do think they don't realize they are down by 3 goals, though, as Luke on the top of the key dumps it to Penik.
Hey, if BBD can have a second half like Penik had a first half, you never know.
This could change the game. Penik down low. He's going to flop it in the air. Jack, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cross court to Joez. He's going to fire right into Adam and some momentum for the breakdown team. Let's see if that goal by BBD can lead to an offensive change for the breakdown. Some deep ref on the Ripper side. 4:02, a free goal game. The Warehouse feels some life in his breakdown squad as Jimmy looks to keep the momentum going. Rourke running around, dumps it to Adam in the slap trap to BBD. Does he have another? No, he goes back to Jimmy. Dumps to Adam, slaps, and he's unable to get a good pawn. That was a huge momentum possession, Shelf.
Yeah, you kind of felt the air come right back out of them again.
The Warehouse grows a little more silent as the Rippers can extend their lead here. Every possession needs to be as productive as possible for this breakdowns team. Penik, backdoor to Luke, slap, kick save by Jimmy. We're gonna a little bit of contact down low on that. Looks like Dolan's talking to the breakdowns. That was a little close by BBD and Luke. I'm not sure who initiated it, but we're gonna.
BBD's getting away with a little bit of a warning here.
Yeah, it looks like a warning for BBD on that one. You give warnings when it's a free goal game. Jimmy to Adam. Back to Jimmy on a high pass. He's going to look cross court to Rourke. No, he's going to look him off. All of the Rippers are in the slap trap. As congested of a defense as you're going to see as he running cross court, BBD and Penik. Once again, the offense is so congested. You're going to see a lot of tight passes down there.
All right, let's do something.
And all of a sudden, there's 3:22 remaining. Still, Warehouse tries to give some energy to this breakdown squad. That goal by BBD ignited them for a second, but it's hard to find consistent offense as Luke on the freezer's bounce square. And it's going to be 2 in the slap trap, and it's going to be going the other way on a penalty shot. A costly mistake by the Rippers with 3:05 remaining. It looks like a penalty shot, Shelfy.
I'm curious of this conversation between Jimmy and Dan because Jim looked at Dan and straight up said, "Do you want it?"
I think don't.
Yep, that's a 2 deep in the slap trap. Jack knew it immediately. Dan Rourke against Luke O'Brien. Luke O'Brien has been outstanding. Does Luke know where Dan's going as Dan lines him up? This is a huge shot for the breakdowns. Fires and scores! Dan Rourke makes it a 2-goal game on an absolute seed. Blows it by Luke's hand, and we got some momentum, Shelf.
Yeah, I don't think he even pump faked there. Maybe with his eyes, I don't know, but he just rips that one by.
Sneaks it right by Luke's shoulder, and the warehouse is starting to come to life as Dan breaks the seal.
Dan's shot percentage up into the double digits now. 10.
If the breakdowns get one more, they're going to start believing. But can the Rippers, who have ran all their offense through Penik, I think it's gotten a little stagnant. Luke. Joez is rubbing his hands together over there like he's got lotion on him. He's going to go back to Penik. They have Luke wide open on the bounce where he's going to have a look. He fires and scores!
Right through the legs.
A defensive breakdown by the breakdown leads Luke wide open as he megs his older brother and makes the goal. The lead, 3 goals again. Almost nailed that.
That is Luke's 8th goal of the season. He's been playing great in net.
That was a huge momentum play. You can see some breakdown coverage here as BBD shadowing Jack Doyle instead of everyone else is in zone. BBD is in man, and then he ends up megging Jimmy. Wow, that honestly felt, that was like a football breakdown. You can clearly see 3 breakdowns are in zone defense, 1's in man. That's how you get a wide open guy. 2:49 remaining in the game. The breakdowns need to answer the goal by younger brother Luke, who has kind of built himself as a ripper. He's like a ripper on every tournament now.
Some say he's the brains to this organization.
Jimmy, that was 2 in a slap trap. They got away with it as Jimmy's signaling him now. 5 seconds. BBD cross court. He misses the slap, and he jumps up and down like on a pogo stick. And man,
not happy with himself right now.
A frustrated BBD. As 2:29 remaining. Oh my gosh, that was a golden opportunity. BBD built a living on those last season and just cannot find it this year.
He had the whole left side of the net as well.
That was a great chance for this breakdowns offense, which has not generated a lot of good looks. Luke taking a couple of deep breaths. He's played a lot of goalie, running up the court consistently. The Rippers are asking a lot from him. Penik goes for the shot. That's going to be a live ball. Rourke, tipped by Luke. Is it going to go in?
It's in! And
Off of Luke's hand.
I think that was going to be high, but Luke knocked it down.
Can I admit, that was a me-you moment. That was
Me?
I did something wacky.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As the ball never hit the ground, and Luke tips it into his own goal. So it's going to be a good goal for the breakdowns as they continue to find a way to make this a kind of a game. 2:10 remaining in the game.
Up on him.
As Joez on a far bounce square. Into Penik, he has a look. He slaps it and it doesn't go in, and that's going to stop perfectly on the 2-minute warning. As we have 2 minutes, we're going to take a quick break.
This is a game.
To win this, we're going to need to play perfect.
If you're up close, they have just 2 guys right there. So I think we got to kick it back out to someone for the bounce shot. Unless there's one, then you can beat one, but they're just walling.
Knorp with the dribble handoff. No, that's good defense. You just got cookies, ripped, clean.
I'll play point guard because I feel like I can get it to you guys. But you guys have to communicate, so we have to try some shit.
I love that you two are talking to them like you're actual refs. Got fucking Ed Hockley out here. It's just like, hey, guys, I know what you're saying. And hey, I get what you're saying, man. It's just I got to do my job. You got to do your job.
Adam runs in.
You start on the dot like I started
and as soon as you go across, Beebs just sneaks into the dot, and I'm looking at you the whole way, and then I go to Beebs.
We're going to play our game. We're confident.
Play River Ball. We've been beating them for 90 to 5%.
Yeah.
We have a 2-goal game. 2 minutes remaining. The breakdowns must do or go home. The Rippers desperate to punch their ticket to the semifinal game against the Knasty.
They say a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. You don't want the breakdowns to make this a 1-goal game.
As Jimmy, desperate to get this team to another round, has Rourke on the high bounce square, and what should be a decent look if he wants it. He's going to give it to him. No, he looks him off. Instead, he's going to walk it up in 6 seconds on the shot clock. Adams got to get busy. He fires, and Joez kicks it away. Jimmy had Rourke there. I think you got to feed him. He looked him off. They went to Adam instead, Shelf, and it's 1:42 remaining. Ball in the Rippers' hand. This will be their last possession with a 20-second shot clock of the half. If you're up by 2 with under a minute 30, it goes down to 10-second shot clock as Luke to Penik. Some tight defense by Rourke. We got to watch the hands of the breakdowns here as they're trying to tighten up. Luke, 5 seconds on the shot clock, blocked away by Adam Bannon. We're down to 1:23. Each possession becomes do or die. Now the breakdowns do have the ability to intentional foul if they want, so they can just commit an infraction and force a penalty shot by the Rippers if the time starts to get too low.
You have to remember, you only get 2 of those, so you got to be strategical with it.
But for now, they just need to score. And that is going to be 2 in the slap trap at the worst possible time. A mental error for the breakdowns. Oh, no. 2 get caught down low, and now Jimmy O'Brien has to make a save to save his season. It's younger brother versus older brother. Luke versus Jimmy. This is basically season on the line, and Luke blows it by him. Jimmy says, I don't want any part of that. Fuck that. Waves it off, and Luke scores the dagger for the Rippers.
The look on Jimmy's face. I'm out. Nope.
I agree. That's an absolute cannon by Luke O'Brien. He went for that shot last game, and it hit off the post. This time he says, I'm making sure I find some twine. 7-4, and if there was an MVP's case building for anyone, it's the guy in net who's done everything for this team. The breakdowns need offense quick. It's got to be Dan Rourke, if you imagine. And it's going to be a turnover, and that is going to encapsulate this breakdown season.
Everything was sloppy from my end.
Sloppy offense and just an inability to find the net. A team that Jimmy really did believe in is just unable to piece it together despite their best efforts. I admire the effort by the breakdowns as the Rippers are going to bring this shot clock down, fire it, and that is going to be a turnover. Jimmy traded away Lou Dab for Adam Bannon, traded down in the sport, took a little bit of a gamble, doesn't pay off. Acquired some future assets, but it looks like he's going to get skunked in Slapball after coming in second place in Golf Ball Fires It Wide. Jimmy did say before the game, Shelfy, that anything short of the championship is a disappointment.
Oh, not even a win.
It looks like it's going to be a disappointment as his squad is unable to get a W on the board this tournament.
I think it all just comes back to never getting Dan Rourke going.
Jack fires, kick save by Jimmy O'Brien. And you're right, Dan Rourke, who went 4th overall in the draft, just unable to execute.
Yeah, he sits here with 6 goals on 51 shots, 12%.
You can see the top 3 picks in the draft, Cohen, Luke, and Dalton, really have solidified themselves. Rourke has not been able to do that. Really kind of signals that it was a free player first round. Jimmy fires and Luke.
How the fuck did he save that? He faded on his fucking fingertips.
Underrated. That's going to be one that we forget about, but what a save by Luke.
Yeah, they lost their goalie this morning to some weather. Seeing Luke step up.
Jack coaching up this team the best he can as Pennock fires another in. Oh my goodness, Justin Penik pouring some lemon in the wound. That stings.
That definitely stings. The Justin Penik game, in my opinion.
A lazy fight of a throw finds the net again. It's 8-4 as they double him up, and the MVP chants echo throughout the warehouse for Justin Penik, who had put on a masterclass with a 5-goal performance. Does Rourke have one more throw in him? I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that he's only scored 5 or the fact that Jack Doyle has put him in Alcatraz.
Oh, good. Didn't even hurt.
I bet it didn't. New nickname for Doyle as he continues to lock up Rourke. Oh my goodness. I don't know if Jack's playing unreal defense or if Dan is addicted to hitting a defender with the ball.
we got handcuffs.
Lock him up and throw away the key as Dan Rourke has been put in the asylum. And Luke poured some salt in the wound, stat padding, and I love it, 9-4.
That's Luke's 10th goal of the season.
Hey, give me a flagrant one on that guy right there. Just showboating. 5 seconds remaining as the Knasty will be facing the Rippers, and the Breakdowns are headed home. A winless regular season and postseason for Jimmy's team as the Rippers punch their ticket to a rematch with the Knasty, Shelf.
I mean, I know exactly what it feels like to get goose-egged in a captain's league. How will Jimmy bounce back?
We will find out. Let's go talk to them and see how they're feeling. I'm hungry. Jack, you were able to secure the win and punch your ticket to a semifinal against the Nassie. A lot of Penik that game. That's the plan from now on? Penik's the guy?
I guess so. He literally decided to take over that game. I think we were talking so much steam, and he was like, it's not really working. Get me involved. Kind of shades of last year's BBD, where you trying to just find the guy with the hot hand occasionally, and it's been working. I don't know. I don't really know what happened.
Do you guys think you need to generate more offense to beat the Nasty and Freezers, or you kind of become a defensive Luke goalie who made some insane saves that game?
Yeah, I don't know if our offense is good. I feel like
I don't know either.
I think we're a pretty clear third best team.
I agree.
Me and Luke haven't been scoring the throws, and I think on paper, no one's really been scoring throws. So, and that's kind of on paper our strategy. So I don't know.
On paper?
On paper, that's our strategy.
Jim, I don't have a whole lot for you. I think you guys just really couldn't figure out the offense. Your first-round pick, Dan, shot 6 for 51 on the season. What happened? Sorry, Dan.
Like Jack said, there's people scoring on throws. It's a lot in transition, first looks, and he couldn't do it. And that's fine. That was our only offense, though. We didn't have any other way to score. We played that game as a team. We made changes after Pennock got 2 backdoor goals. He didn't get any more backdoor goals. He scored from the point, which was kind of good. So I feel like we actually played a game. Like the first 2 games were about as miserable time I've had in this warehouse. And that at least was, my head was in the game.
No, I agree. I think you guys made adjustments. One question for you going forward. Told me in a pregame interview, short of a championship, going to the finals, you were upset. You are now tied for last place in Captain's League. How do you feel? You did trade for future assets, but is this a big disappointment for you?
Yeah, I wanted to win a game. But, I mean, I have really good picks in the next 2, and I offer more to my team in the next 2. Like, this is my least good sport. If I get Dalton or Cohen, I can, support them. Otherwise, it's not really for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. What we've seen is Shelfy didn't love golf. He finished last. Jimmy, not the best at Slapball. He finished last. But guess what? We still got a lot more games to come. Like, subscribe, and we're going to see Nasty and Rippers next.